NFPA 70E Section 3-3.7 addresses foot and leg protection, but it does not mandate the use of A-rated footwear. The standard specifies that dielectric overshoes are required only when insulated footwear is employed as a safeguard against step and touch potential. Step potential refers to the voltage difference between a person's feet when standing near an energized object. Touch potential is the voltage difference between an energized object and the point where a person is touching it. These potentials can create hazardous electrical current pathways through the body. Insulated footwear, in this context, aims to increase the overall resistance in the current path, thereby reducing the risk of electric shock. However, the effectiveness of insulated footwear can be compromised by factors such as moisture, contamination, or physical damage. Therefore, when used specifically for step and touch potential protection, dielectric overshoes provide an additional layer of insulation to enhance safety. Dielectric overshoes are designed to withstand high voltages and provide a reliable barrier against electrical current. A-rated footwear, on the other hand, is not explicitly mentioned in NFPA 70E Section 3-3.7. A-rated footwear is designed to provide a level of electrical insulation from the ground, reducing the risk of electric shock. While A-rated footwear might offer a degree of protection, it is not a substitute for dielectric overshoes when addressing step and touch potential hazards as required by NFPA 70E, assuming insulated footwear is already in use as protection. A decision to wear A-rated footwear beyond the specific requirements of NFPA 70E may depend on various factors, including employer policies, risk assessments, and personal preferences. Employers are responsible for conducting thorough hazard assessments to identify potential electrical hazards in the workplace. Based on these assessments, appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, should be selected and provided to employees. The selection of PPE should consider the specific tasks being performed, the voltage levels involved, and the potential for exposure to electrical hazards. While NFPA 70E does not explicitly require A-rated footwear in all situations, it emphasizes the importance of using appropriate PPE to mitigate electrical hazards. If a risk assessment determines that A-rated footwear is necessary to protect employees from electric shock, then it should be included as part of the required PPE ensemble. It is also important to note that A-rated footwear is tested to specific standards such as ASTM F2413, which defines the performance requirements for protective footwear. These standards specify the voltage withstand capabilities of the footwear and the duration of the test. When selecting A-rated footwear, it is crucial to ensure that it meets the applicable industry standards and provides adequate protection for the intended application. Furthermore, it is essential to properly maintain and inspect A-rated footwear to ensure its continued effectiveness. Footwear should be regularly inspected for signs of damage such as cuts, abrasions, or punctures. Any footwear that is found to be damaged or defective should be removed from service immediately. In addition to footwear, other types of PPE may be necessary to protect against electrical hazards, including gloves, sleeves, and face shields. The selection and use of PPE should be based on a comprehensive hazard assessment and in accordance with NFPA 70E and other applicable safety standards. It is also important to provide employees with adequate training on the proper use and maintenance of PPE. Training should cover topics such as the selection of appropriate PPE, the proper donning and doffing procedures, and the limitations of the equipment. By providing employees with the knowledge and skills they need to safely perform their work, employers can help to reduce the risk of electrical accidents and injuries. In summary, while NFPA 70E 3-3.7 does not mandate A-rated footwear, dielectric overshoes are required when insulated footwear is used as protection against step and touch potential. The decision to wear A-rated footwear beyond these specific requirements depends on a thorough risk assessment and adherence to applicable safety standards. Employers should prioritize the safety of their employees by providing appropriate PPE, training, and procedures to mitigate electrical hazards in the workplace. The selection and use of personal protective equipment should always be based on a comprehensive hazard assessment taking into account the specific tasks being performed, the voltage levels involved, and the potential for exposure to electrical hazards. Remember that safety standards and regulations are subject to change, so it is essential to stay informed about the latest requirements and best practices. Always consult with qualified electrical safety professionals for guidance on specific applications and to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations.